Good morning, students. Welcome to Sri Ramanuja Vidya Mandir. So, welcome to the session of C programming. In this lecture, we are going to learn some more new topics. In the last session, we have discussed about the history of C and history of programming and who invented it. So, in this session, we are going to learn some more new topics. So, have a look, children. So, in the last session I have discussed about ALGAL, BCPL, ANSI and ISO. These are the standards given for the C programming. So, ALGAL, the full form of ALGAL is Algorithmic Language. So, let us take another color. And BCPL, Basic Combined Programming Language. It's also known as Basic Cambridge Programming Language. And ANSI, that is American National Standard Institute. So it is the institute who is going to give the programming levels to be published, and ISO, it is International Standards Organization. Next, so coming to C programming language, what is C? So basically, what is C? It's just a C? No, it's a programming language name. So why we use that C for every programming, not any other language like ALGOL, BCPL, something else. Again and again it came into existence by having many options or features, and it came into existence named as C. So what is C? C is a structured. From the first class I am telling this. So C is in a structured format. So basically we use C because it's flexible and it is in a structured format. Most of the users use this C language. So C is a structured, relatively low level, portable programming language. Means it's in a structured format and it is very relatively low level. So it can give the information or it can access the information in a low level way. And it is portable. It means we can make it portable, and so we are using this C. So why we study C? So only C. First, the basic programming language is known as C. Why we only study C? So let us see. So many popular software tools are written in C. Why? So using this C, why we are using everyone or the users mainly use this C? Why? What's the reason? So because it is very popular in giving the software tools. So many popular software tools are written in C because it is flexible and it is portable and it can access low level and has strongly influenced many other languages. So as I said in the before lecture, using this C, its structures or its features, many languages have came into existence. So like C Shell, Java, C++, Perl, etc., DBMS, HTML, etc. So these are the languages obtained from C. So C is the main language or it is the root for different languages. So forces the user to understand fundamental aspects of programming. So why we basically use this C? It is very useful for the user in understanding the aspects of programming. It means the user, if they want to use another languages like C++, Java, HTML, etc., Perl, etc., but they use the C the first, or they give the priority for this C language because it is very low level language and it has fundamentals, basic fundamentals. Following that basic fundamentals, everyone or every user can develop the different languages required. So very concise language. So this C is also a very concise language. So this is the same topic running on. Why we learn C? So only the C is having a feature of uses. It means from before past, that is past 50 years, we are using only C language as the basic language for every user. So what's the reason? So because it has different features and it can provide the user different levels of performance. So we are using this C for learning for the programming concepts. So C language is the most commonly used programming language. It is used for writing operating systems. In the first lecture itself we have discussed that C is used for operating systems. So it is developed for giving the operating system codes. So Unix was the first operating system written in C. So Unix is the operating system. Have a look children here. Unix, so it is the OS, that means it is the operating system used by it is given by use of C. And later Microsoft Windows, Mac OS X and GNU Linux were all written in C. So by using this C only, different OS are prepared, that is Microsoft Windows, Mac OS and GNU Linux and etc. So they were developed using this C language. So not only C is the language of operating system, it is the predecessor and inspiration almost all the most popular high level languages available today. So why we use this C? We have discussed earlier. So not only for these operating systems, so C is also helpful for most popular high level languages, so which are available today, that is Python and R language, Perl, HTML, Java, C++, DBMS, so DS. So these are different types of languages which are high leveled. So they are developed from the basic of C. Using this C, they are written in the high level languages. So let us make a note the different high level languages we are having. So first one is Java, second one is HTML, hypertext markup language, next DBMS, database management systems, next DS, that is data structures, and we are having ADS, that is advanced data structures. Next Python, it is the upcoming language nowadays. So everyone in this generation, that is in these years, they are using Python and R programming. So for the future use, it is used based on the C language. And next R programming, and we are having Perl, so RDBMS, relational DBMS, so etc. We are having different types of languages which are high level programming languages. They are based on C programming. So in fact Perl, PHP, Python and Ruby all are written in C language. So the basic root for all these different high level programming languages are C programming. So this why we learn C is the main reason, because based on the C basics we can develop our high level programming languages. So the basic for all these languages, so the root of all these languages is C. C programming is the basic root for different high level programming languages to be developed, and we can perform programs or the programming in this particular high level languages used on or based on C programming. Next, so C language is one of the most popular programming languages which are able to make low level applications. So we have discussed that for low level applications we are using mainly the C programming language, So like drivers, operating systems, firmware, etc. So for mainly for constructing operating systems, that is OS, we are using this C programming language to be developed and implementation. And along with the high level applications like desktop applications, C language is much popular for embedded systems programming due to its flexibility. So why we are using this C language not only for operating systems and device drivers, firmware, etc. So we are having some high level applications like desktop applications, and C language is most and much popular for embedded systems. So embedded systems is the one of the topic we can learn later. So embedded systems programming due to its flexibility. So why we are regularly using this C language? Because of its flexible and its low level applications, and it is easy to code for high level applications. The main cause of using this C language is these are the features. So let us discuss the features of C. So we are having different types of features. So why we use, let us take an example. Considering a person or a mission, let us take this panel or the camera. So we are using this, but not we are using different types of formats. Like we are having different types or different gadgets in the market, but we are preferably using these only. Why? Because of their efficiency, because of the working levels and their marketing levels. So we are using this particular one because it's having a particular image in the market. So based on that features or based on that rating, we are using that. So in the same way, C is preferable because of its features. Based on the features on the working level, we are opting C as the main language for every programming language. So what are they? So you are having 12 different features. So I am giving a number. So these are the 12 different features which are considerable in C language. So first one, what is portability? So we are having the first one as portability, syntax based, case sensitive, structure oriented, middle level, uses of pointer, platform dependent, compiler based, modularity, fast and efficient, powerful and simple. These are the 12 different features we can observe in C language. So what is portability? So portability, C programs are portable. Means what is it? So that is they can be run on any compiler with little or no modification. It means we can portable. We can change, like we can transfer the code from this system to another system, that is computer system. We can transfer the code from our computer system to another computer system, and we can run that particular code without any modifications. That is named as normally portable. It is known as portability. We can transfer the code here and wherever, take an example, our code is with us, that is in Andhra Pradesh, and the user or someone else is in another state like USA, etc. So they can run the same code. So without any modifications, we are getting the same output, and the other one who is in USA can get the same output without doing any modifications. That is the feature of C. It is known as portability. So compiler and preprocessor make it possible for C programming to run it on different PC. So portable, based on which features we can run this portability of C code. So based on the compiler, that is compiler is the one it can give the output. That means it is going to compile the given code and give the output. And preprocessor. So this processor make it possible for C programming without doing any modifications. We can portable our code from here or the another CPU, I mean another computer. So it makes it possible for C program to run it on different PCs. PC is personal computer. So we can run the code from our computer or the other computer, but that feature is available in C language, that is C programming. So that is known as portability. And the next one is syntax based. So what is syntax based? So C always, so the second one is syntax based. The C is syntax based. Why it is called as syntax based? So when you are performing a program, let us assume some function, open brace and closed brace. Here we can declare the variables using our keywords. So we can give the information in the particular space which is available. So it is following a syntax, that is without giving this closed brace or open brace, the compiler will not compile the code. So it should maintain a base like syntax. For example, if you are having a daily routine, let us assume that morning you wake up by 6 and after that you go for brushing or bathing, something else, and by 8 you should be ready with your school bag and lunchbox, etc. And by evening you should come, and after that your homeworks and etc. By 9 you should close your works and you should go to bed. So this is the syntax, or this is the format you will be performing. You will be preferable to continue with that particular format. In the same way, this C programming language will perform a particular syntax, that is a format. It maintains a format to run its program. That is known as syntax based. When you are not doing like considering this example, if you are not going to school, that is 8 to 4, the work is not completed, it will be uncompletable in your day. In the same way, when you are not giving, let us assume this as morning wake up, this is go to bed. So the middle part is known as 6 to 7, 7 to 8 and 8 to 4, etc. 8 to etc. until 9. So if any work which is not completed in this execution, the day will be incomplete because you are not executing that particular work. In the same way, syntax, so C has a syntax like this, that is open brace and closed brace, that is the starting and ending. It is consisting some braces, and in the middle part it has some different areas to be fulfilled. So if that area is not fulfilled, it gives a compiler error and it is not syntax based. So we should fill that particular syntax and we should compile the program. So C does not exist the programming without syntax. If you are performing according to the syntax, C will give you the code or the output to you, the user. So it is syntax based. It doesn't allows the program or the code without particular syntax. Next, case sensitive. So what is case sensitive? So let us have a look, children. So what is case sensitive? A case sensitive program that expects you to enter all commands in uppercase and it will not respond correctly if you enter one or more characters in lowercase. So what is case sensitive? When you are performing a programming, some particular parts will be in a order format to give in a case sensitive manner. That is, it should be filled with capital letters like A, B, C, D. It doesn't accept the small characters. Then it is known as case sensitive. So a case sensitive program that expects you to enter all commands. So whatever the commands you are going to give, that all commands should be in a uppercase, and it will not respond correctly if you give in a lowercase. That is, the lowercase is small letters and the uppercase is a capital letters or something else. So if you enter one or more characters in the lowercase, that is in a small letters, this case sensitive feature will not allow you to run the code, or it doesn't allow you to compile the code. So it will treat the command run differently from run. So you can observe here you are having two different run format. So it will read the command run, that is uppercase. So differently from run, that is lowercase. So when you are giving the information or the data into the codes, so if you are having that particular case sensitive format, you should perform that format in case sensitive only. That means you should give the characters in the uppercase only. While you are giving the characters in the lower case, if it is in case sensitive, the compiler will not compile the code because C has a particular feature of case sensitive. Next. So structure oriented. We have discussed earlier, C is a structure oriented. So let me show the structure of C. So this is the particular structure maintained by C language. In this syntax or in this particular structure only, you should enter the code. So the first step is documentation, and the second step is link section, third one is definition section, fourth one is global declaration section, fifth one main function, and sixth one is subprogram section. These are the levels, or these are the strategies should be followed while giving the code. So this is the structure of C programming. And middle level. So C, one of the feature for C is it is middle level language. It can access the low level language and the high level language. It will be moderate in performing the code or performing the programming. It can access low level and high level languages at a time, and it can be moderate. It means it is in the middle level to perform the coding. So uses of pointer. So what are the uses of pointer? So actually, what is a pointer? So in our language, regular language, we assume that pointer is the one which is used to point a particular situation or a particular thing. That is, when you are considering this space, so you can have a look here, dot, that is a pointer. The one which we are going to point is known as the pointer. So you are having two different concepts here. Point is different from pointer. The point which you can visualize or which is visible to you, it is known as a point, and the one which you are using to point that particular point is known as a pointer. So a pointer is a variable whose value is the address of another variable, that is direct address of the memory location. So have a look here, children. So you are having different example here. So int star a. So pointer is regularly available by using this star format. If you are giving a star, it means it is read as pointer. So int star a, so you are having some code or some number here. So the address is some 7865321 etc. So it is a pointer variable, and here you can observe here 7866321, that is address. It is given into this considering an example. So the before example only I am taking int star a and int b. So this integer we will be discussing later what is this, and only consider star a and b. So for a I am giving a value as 1, b equals to 2. So for b the value is 2 and a is 1. But when you are giving the value as star, it means you are giving the address of this a, not the value. You are having two different concepts here. Address is different from value. So if you are considering your particular resume or a school data, your name will be different from your living location or the address. So your name is some x. So the address of x is star x. So if you are giving star, that is a pointer x, means it is locating your x address. So in the same way, when you are giving, this is stored in the value of z and b is stored at 1. So when you are asking for a address, that is star a, the value will be written as 0, not as 1. So 1 will not be returned, only the value of 0 will be written, because you are pointing that the address of a. When you are giving a star, it means you are asking the a address where it is stored. So it is stored in the place of 0. So the 0 value will be displayed for the user. So in the same way, when here you can observe that int star a, int b. So here you are having some information, some 78. So here you can observe that 7866321 is the value you are having, and the address where this a value is stored 7865. So you can observe here the difference, here 65 and here 66. It is the value, that means the name etc. So it is the address where the value is stored. So coming to b, int b, so here empty, and the address where you can get this is 7866321. That is, you are having a direction here. This address is stored into the value. So it is known as pointer variable. That is, you are pointing particular address into the variable. It is a normal variable. That is, it's not having the value, but it is considering the address of some other, that is a. So this is the difference, children, you can observe. So I think you can understand this concept. If not, let me know. I will be explaining again. So the value is different from address. While you are considering a value, it will be x, and address of that particular value will be y or z etc. So when you are considering, you are having two different options in pointers. That is, value is different from address. So value is the one, yours name. The address, your particular where you are living, that is the address. When anyone or any user asking for the address, that means they should mention that star some variable of a or b etc. While they are asking that star a or star b, that means it's not you. Regarding your address they are asking. So make it note, children. If not, let me know. So that is uses of pointer. So we have discussed 6 different types of features of C, and in the next session we are going to discuss these 7 to 12 features in the next lecture. So hopefully I think you have understood this concept. If not, please let me know. I will explain in detail. So thank you, children. Thank you for bearing me. Thank you so much.